I have got to do something about that.
The pulse, the beat, we're rising higher, never taking a seat. From the first note to the last, we're never done. This is the anthem for everyone. Power, turn it up, pick up the pace, here we go, let it roll. Power and fire, we're taking control. SM6 studio, we stand tall. Protect the channel, we'll never fall.
Hey guys, Casey from the future here. That's right, I'm a time traveler. Just wanted to let you guys know at the beginning of this video that some weird things have happened in part one of this video. It was a two-part series, but part one basically will not save to the hard drive. I cannot upload it to YouTube. I can't do anything with it. I do not know why. So I still have clips from part one on how to build this awesome pedal board right here. And I will be throwing some of those clips into part two. Not the whole entire thing, just the key moments so you guys can see the process that I went through to build this pedal board right here. So with that being said, if things are a little bit out of whack with this video, that is the reason why, because I am having to toss in clips from yesterday into today and getting everything together into one video for you guys rather than a two-part video that I had intentionally planned on doing. The two-part video was kind of an idea thing for me because you have to wait for about 24 to 48 hours for this paint to dry good and for everything to set up good and get ready for pedals on this pedal board. So with that, I would like to say I am sorry. I apologize. Please go easy on me in the comments. Things like this happen every now and again. I have tried to upload part one 7 times. I have deleted my editor, reinstalled the editor, installed updates, done everything possible to figure out what's going on, and the only thing that I can think is that a file was corrupted, a video I shot was corrupted, something happened in part one to cause it to not upload to the hard drive. So with that being said, guys, let's roll into what was supposed to be part two, but now is part one and two. Let's start out by looking at some of those clips that I went through trying to build this pedal board yesterday so you guys can see the process. And then we'll bounce right in to what was supposed to be part two. Well, hello, string picking guys and gals. Welcome to my back porch / outside workshop. And welcome to the String Pickers channel here at Obscene Studios / my back porch. If this is your first time here, like and subscribe, by the way. Recently, I was going through some videos. For a long time now, I have been looking at the pedal board that I had made for my analog pedals and thinking about a better design for that pedal board. I have some scrap wood, as you can see here. Today, I'm going to make a lighter weight pedal board out of this wood because at the end of the day, I don't have a lot of analog pedals that I use at a time, and I want something just a little bit smaller. So that's what we're going to do today. And what else we're going to do is, those of you that are OG string pickers that have been around for a long time will probably know about the experience I had with trouble right here on this very porch, where I done the paint job on him and failed miserably at the sealing and finishing of that paint job. But we're not going to worry about that today. We are going to put that very same paint job right on this pedal board because I think it would look cool, and I can show you guys how to accomplish that paint job with just 3 colors. That's all that you need, is just 3 colors. So with that being said, how about we sling some sawdust around for a little bit? Okay guys, the first thing we're going to do is we are going to use this piece of 1x12 Ponderosa pine. I had this off of some shelving that I had done for my wife recently, and I thought, you know what, that would probably be the perfect width for what I want to use it for. Good even cut. 2 good even cuts. We're going to go with the plate across the back. This is going to give it that angled up feel. So in order to do that, we're going to measure this thing out with the board on top, because we want it to come right to the very edge. Gotcha. I don't know about you guys out there. You can comment below and let me know. But we are infested with those stink bugs. If you do not use anything out here for longer than a day, there's 30 stink bugs up in it. I fired this thing up yesterday. No, wait, the day before yesterday. I fired this thing up and stink bugs went everywhere. They're just all over in Tennessee. Let's go ahead and paint this bad boy up. Okay, that has got our purple on there. We are going to spin and inspect for runs. I'm not really worried about the runs on the edge as much as I am on the top, and it looks like we're pretty good. So let's give this a little bit of time to dry, and then we'll come back and we'll start working on our water drop effect, and I'll show you guys just how easy it is to do that. I'm going to spray this thing down, small dots here and there. Then we're going to come in, because we want some of those large water drops. Make them uniform to where they're going to be everywhere. And what it'll do on this paint is it's going to just bead right up. Look like it's rained on a freshly waxed vehicle. Spraying good. So we're going to come back to about right here. And then you're just going to do that right there, come back this way with it, go back up that way with it. Then you're done with that side. Come back the same, about a 30-degree angle. There you go. You are going to wind up with maybe a dark spot here or there, or a real light spot here or there, but that adds to the effect. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is what it looks like. Now what's going to happen from here is that when I leave this outside here, the wind blowing gently, less humidity, all of them water droplets are just going to evaporate, but they'll fall down. And once they fall down, the paint that's on those water droplets is going to adhere to the base coat underneath. And this will be basically your finished product, just not wet. Howdy. Welcome, all of you string picking guys and gals, you, to the String Pickers channel here at Obscene Studio. I am your host, Casey, and if this is your first time here, like and subscribe, by the way. And welcome to part 2 of building your own DIY pedal board and cool paint job. Now, through the first one, I realized if y'all watched some of that, it didn't show entirely how I did build this, because I had some cuts in there for some reason that my computer did not like, and had to get rid of that footage and to finish part 1. But however, this is how we built it. We had 2 boards here. You can cut to any width or length that you want. And we had some 1x3s here and here. and a 1x3 across the front for a cap, which allows the pedal board to set at a bit of an angle, not too harsh, but a little bit of an angle. And all we did was drive 2 screws here, 2 screws here, here, and here. Now you'll see that these screws are a little offset, and the reason for that is I suck at picking out materials. This wood splits fairly easily, so you have to kind of stagger your screws here and there, especially if you get cracks in like this. But for the most part, it is done. And now for the reveal. Kind of looks like trouble, doesn't it? Yeah, kind of slick. Now I understand this is no professional paint job by any stretch of the imagination, but it looks pretty cool. I put the little runners right here at the dark blue, and then we have all of this going on right here. Now all of this has had plenty of time to cure and dry since we've built this. This is a high gloss here. I kind of wish that that was a flat black, you know, or something. I'm not really happy with that, but I did want emphasis placed on this part of the pedal board itself. This is really lightweight compared to the other pedal board that I have. So today we are going to put some Velcro on this. I'm going to show you guys what I do with the Velcro and put that on here. And we are going to drill a hole right here for the main power cord to come into the power supply that's going to be underneath. So you guys just stick around, and I'm going to walk you through this, and by the time we're done, we're going to have a really cool looking pedal board that's not going to take up as much space. It's going to be a little lighter to deal with than the old pedal board that I've got. Okay guys, here we are once again on my back porch. We are going to drill a hole in this thing for the power supply. Now I went ahead and put some little rubber feet on this thing, so once it hits the floor, it doesn't want to scoot as much when you hit your pedals and turn them on and off. We are going to come directly in the center, and we're going to dig a hole right through this thing, so that way once we get our power supply in here, the hole will be big enough to run the actual cord out to give it power. So we've got a 5/8 bit power supply that I have. It's got a USB on it, and it is just a little under this width, so we're going to use that. Going to put it in this 1/4 inch nut setter right here. Okay, now we can put our 5/8 bit up. Okay, so we got the hole done. Now we're going to take care of some Velcro. I have a whole box of Velcro I bought a while back, and I think that this may take up the rest of it. Not really sure, but it just might. So we'll get our scissors down here. We're just going to come right through here. Just lay it down as even as possible. This Velcro usually has some phenomenal glue on the back of it. And then we're going to come and do this one the same way. So if we got this one closer to the bottom here, we're going to put this one closer to the top down here. So let's get this loose right here. And the good thing about this is if you always need some Velcro later down the line, you can pick up Velcro at your local hardware store. Velcro is always handy to keep around. I can't tell you how many times I've used Velcro in this studio. Okay, we've got that there. Now let's focus on the back. We're going to put our power supply right in here. And right here is our power supply. Now I had some Velcro already on this, but what I pulled off of the other pedal, once you pull the Velcro off, the glue just isn't as good anymore when you pull it off, especially off of this wood. So what we're going to do is I'm going to cut another piece just a little bit longer than what's on here, just about probably a 1/2 inch on both sides. I'll show you the reason why. And then we're going to center it down right here. We're going to put it back about right here. All right, got that mashed down. Then you're going to get you a couple of screws, not very long, that will not go all the way through, because we don't want, over time, this thing unsticking itself from this wood. So we're going to put a screw in each end, here and over here. And believe it or not, as good as this glue is on this Velcro, it will work loose over time. So we got a screw on each end, and we went just a little bit longer so this would set down and attach to the Velcro just like that. Now we've got our power cord here. We can bring our power cord right through here, hook it up just like that. And then we're going to run it over here to the power supply just to see if everything powers up. And it does. We got all blue lights across the board, which means everything is getting power. This is a 100 milliamp power supply. Okay, so let's flip it back over here. All right, now we can start arranging our pedal.
Do in this obscene studio, we'll tear right through. This is our channel, we're here to shine. Guitars in hand, we're crossing every line.
It's kind of a snazzy looking little pedal board. I like it. Most people will just want black, but I like doing the little paint job on that, and like you've seen in the last video. So give me just a second. Let me hook you guys up, and we are going to run through some of this stuff on this pedal board and show you some of the tones that we get from this. You've seen it before, but you're going to see it again. So that's course on, a little bit of delay. Let's try a little bit of overdrive. A little more overdrive. A little bit of noise gate. Let's try some reverb. With some delay. Well, string pickers, there you have it. A DIY pedal board. That costed probably 15 bucks, maybe. If I had to count every screw and the paint and everything, probably about $20 altogether. Paint I already had, the wood I already had. I'm just counting what 1 8-foot board of that shelving would be, and 1 by 3 spruce furring strip. So it's easily done. You can do it if you have the right tools. You could do this with a handsaw if you wanted to do that. It's very, very easy to do. As long as you got a drill to drive some screws, or even a screwdriver, you can do something like this right here. And it is a whole lot lighter weight than the other one. I do not like how messy the wires look on this one coming up through the center like that, but that is okay because I don't have to worry about drilling holes all over the place, and I got much more area to put my pedals on this pedal board. In the future, I will put a wider strip of Velcro on there, and I'm going to do something about those patch cables in between, get some of those little patch brass ones that go in between the pedals. I think those would look a whole lot neater. We're going to do things like that to it, and mainly this is my bass pedal board. This is the one I use when I play bass. Is I just go through this to get a little bit of overdrive, some EQ, some chorus when I need it, you know, some delay, reverb, stuff like that. And I run it right into the Fender Rumble 100 bass amplifier. This thing does really good with that amplifier, does exceptionally well, I must say. And it thumps like I don't know what, like the roof will be coming off and stuff. So yeah, I really do like this one a lot better. It doesn't overhang this little table that I've got it set on, and all I got to do is just grab that thing, set it in the floor, and I can just stomp away and play the bass and do all that good stuff with it. So after doing all of this and putting it all together, I would have to say very pleased. I'm very pleased with it. I like it. I'm not saying that because I built it. I'm just saying as it turned out good. You know, stuff like this usually takes quite a while. I keep waiting for something to mess up with these videos. Don't know what that is yet, but I'm pretty sure something is going to mess up with these videos. But at least it wasn't the pedal board, so we got that. But anyway, guys, that is all that I have for you today. I do have some monitors showing up, which is going to be a big, huge change to this studio. It's really going to improve my sound when recording. I'm going to know exactly what you guys hear when you watch my videos. And I have already made 2 mounts for the monitors, and I cannot wait to hook them up to that 16-channel mixer and get everything rolling in here. So look for the next video being about the 2 JBL 305p monitors that I've got showing up. They're supposed to be bad to the bone for their price point, so look forward to that video coming up. But guys, as always, I appreciate each and every one of you. You don't know how much it means for you to be here. You don't know how much it means to know that your comments and your likes and your views are something that I can look forward to every time I do one of these videos. As I always say, I pray that you and yours are having the most blessed day ever. And I pray that God is with you all. Until next time, later.
This is the anthem for everyone. Power! Turn it up.